Hello, grade 9 students! Welcome back to our online class. By the way, this is the part 2 of the topic, Solving Quadratic Equations. In this video lesson, you will learn how to solve quadratic equations by factoring. Same with extracting the square root. In factoring, we will also find the values of x that will make the equation true. Without further ado, let us now start. Did you still remember the standard form of a quadratic equation? That's good. So again, the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Now, given the quadratic equation x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0, let us find the values of a, b, and c. The value of a is the numerical coefficient of x squared, and the value of b is the numerical coefficient of x, and c is the constant. And this quadratic equation x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0, the numerical coefficient of x squared is 1. Though there's no 1 beside x squared, it is already understood that a is equal to 1. So our a is equal to 1. How about b? What is the value of b in this equation? Very good. The value of b is 5 because the numerical coefficient of b is 5. How about c? Remember that c is the constant. So, what is the value of c? You've got it. c is equal to 6. Now, why I am asking you to find the values of a, b, and c? Is it because in factoring, you will consider these values, especially the values of b and c? In solving a quadratic equation by factoring, we have to consider 3 cases. In case 1, you are given a quadratic equation in standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a is equal to 1. So for example, we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. While in case 2, you are also given a quadratic equation in standard form, but this time, your a is not equal to 1. So your a here can be 2, 3, 4, and so on. So for example, we have the equation 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 equals 0. And in case 3, you are given a quadratic equation in the form ax squared plus bx equals 0, wherein your c here is equal to 0. For instance, we have the quadratic equation 3x squared minus 12x equals 0. Now, let's solve the given example in case 1, where a is equal to 1. To solve this equation, x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0 by factoring, you need to think of two numbers whose sum is b or the middle term and whose product is c or the constant term. So in Tagalog, mag-iisip po kayo ng dalawang number na kung saan kapag inad nyo yung dalawang number, ang sagot ay ang value ng b or yung middle term. At kapag minultiply nyo naman ang dalawang number, ang sagot ay ang value ng c or yung constant term. So now, think of two numbers. And while you are thinking, let's put here two parentheses or round brackets. And let's put x inside of the two parentheses. Now, let's go back to the two numbers. Ano sa tingin nyo ang dalawang number na kapag inad ay 5 at kapag minultiply ay 6? Tama! The two numbers are positive 2 and positive 3. Now, let's check. Is 2 plus 3 equal to positive 5? Which is B? Yes. How about 2 times 3? Is it equal to positive 6? Again, yes. Since both numbers satisfy the given sum and product, we can now put plus 2 or positive 2 and positive 3 in any of the two parentheses. Now, let's put positive 2 or plus 2 first, then followed by positive 3 or plus 3. Now, the factors of x squared plus 5x plus 6 are x plus 2 and x plus 3. To solve for the values of x, we will apply zero product property of real numbers, or we will simply equate the two factors to 0. So we have x plus 2 equals 0 and x plus 3 equals 0. Now, let's apply transposition to solve for the value of x. Let's transpose positive 2 to the right, so it will become negative 2. Thus, the first solution is x equals negative 2. Next, let's transpose positive 3 to the right, so it will become negative 3. And the second solution is x equals negative 3. Therefore, the solutions or roots of the quadratic equation x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0 or negative 2 and negative 3. So, did you get how to solve a quadratic equation in case 1? I hope so. Now, let's have the example in case 2, wherein your a is not anymore equal to 1. To solve this quadratic equation 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 equals 0, you need or you might need trial and error. But in this video, I will share with you a simple trick to solve this kind of equation. So, let us now begin. Step 1. Prepare your two parentheses or round brackets. So, these are your parentheses. Step 2. Put the value of a and x inside of each parenthesis. So, your ax here is 2x. So, we will put 2x inside of the two parentheses. Step 3. Multiply a and c of the given quadratic equation. Here, your a is equal to 2 and your c is equal to 3. So, if we will multiply 2 and 3, the product is 6. Step 4. Think of the factors of AC or 6, wherein if you will add the two factors, the sum is the middle term or B. So, ano yung dalawang factor ng 6 na kapag inad ay negative 7? Mahusay! Ang factors ng 6 ay negative 6 at negative 1. So, i-check natin kung tama nga ang dalawang factors na ito. So, is negative 6 plus negative 1 equal to negative 7? Yes, it is. And next step, step 5, put the factors inside the two parentheses. So now we have 2x minus 6 and 2x minus 1. Step 6, simplify the factor or factors by dividing them by their GCF or greatest common factor. The factor 2x minus 6 can be simplified by dividing 2x and negative 6 by its GCF, which is 2. So, 2x divided by 2 is x, and negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Thus, the simplified factor of 2x minus 6 is x minus 3. How about 2x minus 1? Can we find a number that will both divide 2 and negative 1 except 1? Or? Okay, none. So, we will just let it be. So, just copy this 2x minus 1. Therefore, the factors of the equation 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 equals 0 are x minus 3 and 2x minus 1. Now, we can solve for x by applying the zero product property. Now, let's equate the factors to 0. So we have x minus 3 equals 0 and 2x minus 1 equals 0. Step 8. Apply transposition to solve for x. Given x minus 3 equals 0, let's transpose negative 3 to the right. So negative 3 will become positive 3. So we have here x equals 3. Next, given 2x minus 1 equals 0, let's transpose negative 1 to the right. So negative 1 becomes positive 1. So we have now the new equation 2x equals 1. To get the value of x, we still have to remove the numerical coefficient of x, which is 2. To remove x, or to remove 2 rather, let's divide both sides by 2. So we have now x equals positive 1/2. Therefore, the solutions or roots are 3 and 1/2. Now, let's have the case 3 where the quadratic equation is in the form ax squared plus bx equals 0, where your c is equal to 0. As you can see, this quadratic equation is already in standard form. But if the given quadratic equation is not in standard form, please always transform your quadratic equation in standard form. But since this equation is already in standard form, we can now proceed solving it. So step 1, factor out the common to ax squared and bx. So here, your ax squared is 3x squared and your bx is negative 12x. So what's the common between 3x squared and negative 12x? Or ano yung parehong meron sila? Tama, pareho sila may x. So maglalagay tayo dito ng round bracket or parenthesis at ilalagay natin sa labas yung common sa kanilang x. How about sa 3 and 12? May common ba sa kanila? Meron. Pareho silang pwedeng i-divide ng 3, so ilalabas din natin yung 3. So, ano kaya yung nasa loob ng parenthesis? Para makuha kung ano ang nasa loob ng parenthesis, i-divide lamang ang 3x squared sa 3x. So, 3x squared divided by 3x ay x. And i-divide din yung negative 12x sa 3x. So, negative 12x divided by 3x is negative 4. So, ngayon, ang nasa loob ng bracket ay x minus 4. So, the factors of 3x squared minus 12x is 3x times the quantity x minus 4. Step 2, apply zero product property. So, we have now 3x equals 0 and x minus 4 equals 0. And step 3, solve for x by transposition. So, para makuha ang value ng x sa 3x equals 0, divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of x, which is 3. So, 3x divided by 3 equals 0 divided by 3. So, the value of x here is x equals 0. Next, given x minus 4 equals 0, let's transpose negative 4 to the right. So, it will become positive 4. So, the second value of x is 4. Therefore, the solutions or roots of the quadratic equation 3x squared minus 12x equals 0 are 0 and 4. So, do you have any question, class? If you have, please don't hesitate to comment it down. It's my pleasure to help you. So again, this is the part 2 of the topic, solving quadratic equation. And up next, solving quadratic equation by completing the square. See you again, class of part 3. And if you want to always be updated for the next videos, please click the subscribe button below and also click the notification bell all. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned a lot from this video. Goodbye! Have a happy learning, everyone!